welcome back to the world's most inconsistent podcast, Studying at Genocide. I am Jaden, and you will never, ever believe who I'm joined by.
It's Owen. Whoa.
Oh my god. Folks, this is a big one, guys. This is huge gaming today, right?
Yeah, the most sag of sag game, for sure.
It is a return to our roots of co-op adventure
Yeah.
in Moon Hunters, 2016 video game.
And first in what will be a number of roguelikes, because it just happened that way. Not all in a row. Just mostly my suggestions to Jaden just happened to be some roguelikes in a row.
I guess. I was kind of like, what the fuck? No, not really. But no, I suppose. Yeah, looking at it, where we are now.
Roguelikes from here on out. Which is fascinating and completely unintentional. But this game is different than pretty much all the other games.
Yes.
What did I say was the purpose of this game?
I don't remember.
Okay. The purpose of this game was just for us to have something we could quickly play and it be sort of chill and do in like one day. We did
it all in one day. No, we did it in one day. It was like a 5-hour session.
It was 2 sessions, but in one day, because I needed to go do something in the middle, I think.
Sure, I can believe that. Yeah.
And this was all still while I was at school.
That's correct. This is back April. Our day. Yes, April 25th, 2026.
It wouldn't have been classes, but I needed to do something. Classes were done by that point.
Yeah. Despite this being we are doing this in April, and it is currently smack dab middle of August, we're actually not that far behind, strictly speaking. After this, we'll only have 2 episodes we need to record.
Well, sort of, yeah. We sort of
technically speaking, because things have happened. Things have gone down in the world of SAG.
Yeah.
Fellas.
And we played 2 long games. Oh no. Okay, my next game recommendation to Jade, not a roguelike, but from then on out, I guess it will be. But we played 2 really long games for the next 2 games.
And then we played nothing.
And then we played nothing.
and
then we tried to do something, and then we had more tech issues, and then we played another
We did not have more tech issues, you had tech issues.
I had tech issues. Let's just say my laptop's in a shop right now, and I really hope it gets back before grad school starts. Soon.
Yeah.
Like, really soon.
Imminently?
Imminently, yeah. So,
Yeah, but enough about that. What is a moon hunter? So who is a moon? Are we hunting the moon? I guess maybe
sort of. Yeah, we're hunting for the moon. The moon god has died, and we're hunting for signs that she's maybe not entirely dead.
Yeah, it's like the moon's dead, but we're not hunting the moon in like an aggressive sense, like one might hunt like a boar. More like sleuths.
But we did hunt boars in this.
Did we?
Yeah, there were boar enemies.
I don't remember.
We spend more time hunting boars in the next game.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, buddy, I'm talking on some boars.
And eagle eggs.
Oh man.
But we'll get there.
Oh man, I can't wait for our 9/11 duology.
Yeah, the 9/11 duology. Oh, great things are coming, guys. The next 2 games we played were some of the games of all time.
Right. For sure.
But this one was not that. This one was chill.
Yeah, this one is still. Don't get it twisted. Regardless of how much we may or may not even talk about what happened in this game, pretty good game. It's aesthetically brilliant. I think the illustration for all the characters and NPCs gets out of the way here. I love this game's art style. At least for the character. I think the game battle sprites are like whatever, but the way that like fellas are drawn, it's awesome. And the music is pretty good.
Yeah. So basically, you go on little runs of self-discovery to try find what happened to
Yeah,
the
well, I
moon.
believe this game's Steam page, like Steam store
It
page.
says something moderately insane, which is
Yes,
not
let me get a
accurate.
lore check.
But
Uh,
um,
called a co-op personality test about exploring an incident. Oh no, an ancient occult world, not an incident, comma occult world. Yeah,
um, so yeah, I'd say that's not at all fucking accurate, but it is cool.
yeah. I would not
Cool little
really
game.
say this game is much of a personality test.
Um,
I mean, I guess
what it
it does test you, and you do kind of get results at the end.
Yeah. And this is sort of a unique experience that we can talk about more so the logistics in a minute, but
God,
um later on maybe if we wanted to, Jaden could open up the game and see all the
it's
things we
not
did
installed,
like
buddy.
tangibly. Okay. So never mind. Um in theory you could go back and tangibly see what we did.
Mhm.
Um which is kind of cool. That's I kind of fuck with that. And it gives when you complete a run, if you do interesting things, like your character based on what they do will be incorporated into like one of the constellations,
Yeah,
and then they'll give the character like a title and stuff, and that's pretty sick. I fuck with it a lot.
yeah. I think it's a
Um,
really cool way of flavoring, the roguelike aspect of here. You get unlocks for doing, X thing in a run, but here's like
mhm.
your more or less own. It's basically bread and butter type shit, but just done, uh, I guess diegetically somewhat, but just interestingly and just nice, right? It's not like you can
Yeah,
go in Isaac and check, which run unlocked fucking, I don't know, tainted Jacob and Esau or whatever.
yeah. And to be clear, there's not actually a lot of unlocking in this game. It's
Yeah,
just like the 7 characters or whatever, and you start with like half of them anyway,
you start with that
or
thing,
you
and
start
I
with
think there's like
two with them.
some zones you need to unlock, kind of, or at least just start in, maybe? Question mark. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
you unlock the ability to start. You will unlock the ability to start in locations by ending up there
Yeah,
in yeah. If you go to a place, you may unlock it. Um, so that's sort of the dealio. Um, quick aside, Jaden, while searching through the images of Moon Hunters,
that's
Moon Hunters on
fascinating.
Steam is from previous game we've played. Actually, the prequel to
Yeah,
the game we
that's
played.
my guy Gogoroth.
Yeah, we got Gorgoroth with a pink bow and fan cam hearts and things. Um, Excellent. Cool stuff. Thank you, Steam. I feel
Yeah.
like every time I Google the game and then I find some previous unrelated game we played, but weird.
Yeah, yeah,
I feel like this
that
happens
happens.
pretty consistently, and it's not like I'm seeing many other games like this. It's like this is the only one, and it's Funger. It's Funger.
Well,
I,
it
I
happens.
these two games are very different, shall we
This is
say.
true.
This is not. I don't think this has like a ton of overlap in audience. Um
Yeah, it
am I
yeah,
that overlap? Yes, but not the sort of person that would make that image. Um
correct.
uh
You would not make that. You would make the image for Kizuna Chieda.
sure.
Okay.
Um and that was posted 5 days ago. How does this
Wow.
keep happening? Um
Wow.
Speaking of things that were not long before Jane and I did something with them, um,
Okay.
the multiplayer functionality in this
Right.
game was sort of gutted right before we played it.
Yes, the online like the online servers or whatever, not servers, but like online capabilities were taken out. I don't remember why. There's a reason why, and I think it made sense when I read it, but I don't remember it now.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
So we ended up using Parsec to simulate. It still has local co-op, which is great. So we use Parsec to simulate that. I had to figure
We
out
tried to
parsec.
use zero tier first,
'Cause
but
we
it
had
like
zero
it
tier
recommended
installed.
because we had it, and that's what it recommended, and then it just did not work.
Yeah.
And parsec was easier.
It's true. Parsec is easier.
Parsec is incredibly easy.
Pretty
Good
first.
shit.
And zero tier is not. Zero tier kind of ass. I had to like delete it off my computer to get some other things to work. Later.
Yeah, I same actually. I had it. Well, and the funniest part is, yeah, I had it all that time, and only just after that did I have to delete it.
Yeah, because we hadn't used it in a billion trillion years.
Yeah.
This little piece of shitty. Not even bloatware because it's small, but like shitware. Just shitware.
Yeah.
Is that a term? I'm not looking it up. I'm not looking up shitware on the free and open internet. Not in this economy. So let's talk about our first run. Our initial, just jump right into it.
Well, actually, should we
okay,
talk about the format of the game first?
We could. I mean, it's
what we're actually doing. Well, we could explore both of
It's
the
an action game. It is a. It's like a. Yeah.
It's rather Hades-like.
Sure, I was gonna go for Hyper Light Drifter, but yeah.
It's actually incredibly Hades-like.
I'm sure it is. Speaking. I haven't played Hades, so.
Yeah.
Noted super giant hater. That's not true, but I can pretend it is for the bit.
I mean, we have a super giant game, which is on the tier list somewhere.
It
not
is
very high.
Sure, but well, it's only one below Rondo of Blood. For what it's worth.
I can't make you play Bastion because you've already played Bastion.
This is true.
We're sort of out of super giant things that you wouldn't be like opposed to.
Bro, I've not played Bastion in about a billion trillion years.
Well, if we were about to use that argument, I'd have you play Peggle again. Peggle Knights again.
Well, there's other Peggle variants I could play. Probably they've played.
No, but Peggle Knights. I don't think Peggle Knights is the one you played, and that was the Beam one.
I have it in my backlog, so I've definitely touched it.
Oh, okay.
God bless backlog.com. It's kind of terrible.
Yep.
But it is good for me personally to keep track of things.
So, who was our first run? Who were our guys?
So this is where it gets hard because I can only remember. So I saw that you list of playable guys. You got there's a guy with a sword.
Yeah.
There's
Ice sword and wind magic.
There's like Ice Lady. Is she unlocked?
Ice Lady is much later.
Yeah.
Ice Lady was the last, like one of the last characters we got, and she's really hard to play. Like astronomically hard to play.
Where are they? There's like the forest druid guy.
Yeah, the druid guy.
There's a purple
the blood mage
thing
and the math warlock.
Yeah, so I immediately gravitated to blood mage.
And I probably picked the druid.
Yes, you picked druid.
The warlock.
I can see it in my mind. It was blood mage plus druid because we had like some sick combos going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I locked him down and then you blasted him.
That's right. We started blasting.
Because you have like a blood death laser.
Yeah, or eventually you can build that way. And so of course I say the blood mage and it's like a woman. So you know what I name it? Woke Moog. This will be very important later.
Yeah, was this the first Woke Moog?
Yes, and then there's one more SAG instance, and then a very prominent non-SAG instance of Woke Moog.
Yeah, so this is where sort of our second major character. We got Sosajima and
Moog, Lord of Blood, or Moog, Lord of Blood, parentheses woke.
Yeah. I can't remember for the life of me what I named my character.
I can't either, which is a damn shame.
Yeah, we had a lot. Some of mine were good and some of mine were not good. But yeah, we had a lot of character names. But you had Woke Wogue, and I think you did Woke Sajima. Or did I conceive of Woke Sajima?
I think you did that.
Yeah. And then, but there were a bunch of others. That
Yeah.
I cannot for the life of me remember.
I have
And
zero
since, since
possible
we don't
clue.
have the game downloaded, we can't. Because this was 4 months ago. Yeah,
Our
not
memories are only
happening.
so good, fellas.
Yeah.
And so our
Anyway,
first playthrough, we went through, we kind of steamrolled, we kind of dogwalked the whole game, to be honest.
yeah, it's not a hard game.
Well,
Definitely not a challenging game.
we did get owned that one time.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes you're just not nearly strong enough.
Yeah, because like you have like the open world map with like individual zones on it. There are other towns which are on the set locations, or like battle zones, basically, which while you run around, fight stuff. And then there are things in the map like either side objectives or mini bosses, stuff like that.
There are also just spots in the natural world you can visit for purposes,
Yeah,
for various purposes. And then, so the towns and those spots are like take a half day, so you can do them and a
yeah,
like off like combat zone day.
yeah. You got 5 days till the end of the world or whatever.
Yeah. Well, until the sun comes down.
Yeah, till John's son. It's
John's
like
son.
he has a name, but
And then you gotta beat John's son somehow.
yes. And
And yeah.
so basically, on a first playthrough, like, or at least if you're like us, well, I guess it wasn't your first playthrough. Um,
No,
you
I've
just
played this game several times.
you don't really do it feel like there's like there are alternate endings, but just run around, wait, and then eventually time's up. You find like the altar that they're going at, and you're brought there, right? And you fight John's son, and you win. And it's like yippee, you did it. Or did you? Yeah. Which brings us over to subsequent runs where there are actually things you can do. At the start of the game, there's like a little like oracle fella in the zone that you start in who will give you cryptic clues about the direction you need to go to, based on like and like the hub world in between runs, where like with all the constellations, there's like the moon goddess, like an image of the moon goddess with like her different appendages, if you will call them that. In like the four cardinal directions, so you got to figure out which one of those maps to which direction. So I guess you just look at it, but you just got to remember that those will be relevant. Basically, to ambush John's son. I can't. Who's John? Is John's son Marduk? I can't remember.
That sounds accurate.
Because the whole thing, like the whole conceit, like the game is all based on like like Babylonian, like Mesopotamian, like creation myth, right? You got Gilgamesh just chilling. You got Humbaba. Got other names of classic guys. Yeah. So I want to say Marduk.
Except you've also got Baba Yaga there.
Baba Yaga is also there.
Because it needs to also be witchy.
That's right.
For the target audience of the game.
Who's the target audience?
Which are people who are into something that would be called a personality test.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Not even Wikipedia can tell me. Dang.
So, yeah, that's
Well, that's what our first, and then second run. I remember I went sword guy. I don't remember what I called him. I went sword guy.
Was he? No.
And I did not like him. I found out very quickly that I did not like how he played.
Was this when did we unlock the bard and I went this bard for me, or no? No, because we did.
It might have been sword and purple. This is the one that we fucked up.
Oh, if we fucked it up, then I probably wasn't playing Orpal. I could have. I was if it was the one we fucked up, I was playing bard.
Well, when I say fucked up, I mean the one where you did the directions wrong.
Oh, okay, sure. Then never mind. Not the one we got owned. If we got We got owned either I was playing Ice or Bard.
Yeah.
If we
that
did
was
not
that.
get owned, then yeah, sure, I was playing Purple. There's no situation I could ever lose this game on Orpal, even if I get no upgrades. I refuse to believe there's any world where I lost any run on Orpal under any circumstances.
Yes,
She's really strong.
sure. And I like as we said earlier, there's like, you can like ambush at the temple, and then you need to input like the fucking Konami code, which is always the same. But Owen didn't know what was it. You have to go clockwise, and you went counterclockwise, or you went some shit that you screwed us on. So we fought.
No, I thought it was always the same, but it wasn't always the same. I think was the
No,
thing.
it was always the same. It was some you just couldn't read directions right.
Oh, it could be.
Anyways, we did the thing wrong, so we got like the normal thing or whatever. Or no, I think we did also lose that one because it was like I know we did another one where we did that and you fight him then earlier or whatever, and when you beat him, you're given the option to like fucking ice his ass or spare him or whatever.
Well, that means we did succeed at fighting him.
Or I'm trying because I know there's like one ending. Well, there's like the game over. You lose to him and you get that ending, and then there's a different ending which is the same thing. But
Yeah,
you don't lose to
him. You fall in love with him, and he falls in love with you.
I
and
don't think we got that
fine.
one.
We didn't get that one. Because none of us were seductive enough.
We tried.
Not for lack of trying.
Yeah.
It just never happened.
Don't get it twisted.
We
lost on the
cunning.
one where I was the sun cultist.
Oh yes, it would have been Sun Cultist.
Yeah.
It was Sun Cultist Ice.
Yeah.
Who, all right. Sun Cultist is pretty strong, but high risk, high reward, and Ice is not good.
Yeah.
But they're a abysmal pairing. But we thought it would be fun. And we fucked up royally.
We sure did.
Um.
If you lose or let him chill, he creates the evil sun city. Spooky.
Except everyone seems to be chill in the Sun City and have a good time.
Ominous music does play.
but ominous music is playing.
It's just like Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Progress scary.
Yeah, that's damn true.
Urbanization bad.
Yeah, I'm always saying this. And then
except when you work together with him to do group urbanization.
Yeah.
And then it's good.
And you let him and Moon Lady like hash it out or whatever.
Yeah.
That's chill.
Group urbanization bad. Him urbanization or good. Him urbanization bad. For reasons that are not made explicitly clear at any point.
Oh, you can like read between the lines or whatever.
You can definitely read between the lines. Yeah.
There's also a point where once you beat him like in that secret way, he then like challenges you in the hub zone, and you can just do that forever in like the real final
he
fight.
Doesn't. The sun
itself does.
Yeah, the sun itself does. The sun's like pissed.
And so you do that, and it's kind of a lame fight, to be honest.
We were sort of incredibly. It lets you use any of the characters you had completed the game with.
Yeah.
So we naturally each picked our strongest guy. I think I was Giga Green.
I think we just went back to green and woke mode.
Yeah. And we were incredibly. That run was incredibly strong, and we kind of destroyed him.
But even then, I just remember, like, I can't really remember much about the fight, like, mechanically now. It's like, there are, like, 5, like, different points among it. You have to go kill, like, ads or whatever. But it's like, it's like you're just, like, fighting, like, his hands, basically, and not, like, the bottom. I thought it was a little underwhelming.
Okay. When I played it initially, I really liked that, but yeah, that's fair.
It's like a Nintendo boss. You fight the 2 hands in the head, but without the head. I think.
It was, yeah. But it was pretty good. Overall. And then it does, or I guess that fight wasn't. But it then does this sort of exit cutscene where you see all the characters of the game, regardless of whether you've encountered them or not.
Oh my god, you're right. Yeah, you get your Evangelion TV ending. Congratulations.
Yeah,
You stand around in the circle.
and that's yeah, and you learn about what happens to your character.
Right,
So
yeah,
we
you get
had
some
like
very
Woke
funny
Moke.
epilogue slides. At least one of
Mhm.
us was like a horrible despot.
Oh,
If
I
not
might have
several
been playing
times.
Orpal. I might have come back with Orpal.
You might have.
then.
You might have.
Which would have been actually why, because Orpal's strong. That might have been why. Oh, you got it downloaded.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if we can lock in.
It
So,
might be local memory. I don't know. This game is not designed on the big tech.
sure.
So
But let's look at what we got here. We got Oz Van Woke.
yeah,
Right, the bard, of course. The ice. I
Yeah.
think that's ice bard. That's what it looks like.
Bard and Ice are separate. It's the Moon Bard, and then there's the
Moon
Ice
Bard, yeah,
Cave
yeah.
Dancer.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a bit of blue. We got the Ox. We got Oz Van Woke was a friend of the Silk Hood, said to be the first tribe of the people created by the goddess. Eventually, Oz Van Woke looked into the face of the pale dancer and dared her fearless. Some say, and then the text cuts off and I can't scroll. Oh, never mind, I can scroll. It's just not like a sidebar with the scroll wheel, you just have to use W and S.
Yeah.
This statue is said to be so heavy it warps the reality of those around it. Fascinating. Suck it
Which
knows.
Yeah.
If you don't
for
get it,
those
listen to our
who
last episode,
Don't
buddy.
get it? Yeah, watch our last episode.
Yeah, Druid was Wokuso Tsujima, the all-seeing eye.
Okay.
Some say
Wokuso
Wokuso Tsujima was so vengeful he destroyed everything he could. Wokuso
Well,
Tsujima
that's damn true.
also kissed the lips of Meletus, who was said to be the most beautiful man in the ancient world. Wokuso Tsujima would take anything not nailed down and put it in his pockets.
That's damn true.
Yeah. None spoke truer words than Wokuso Tsujima. Oh, that's right. My son cultist was Hugo G. He did not do so good.
Yeah. But he did something interesting enough, I guess, to get memorialized.
He is the fox.
Mm.
Hugo G was touched by the sorrow of the salt flat, seeing the future death of all. I don't know what the fuck that means. Legend has it that the Sun Cult unfortunately captured Hugo G, and due to his high endurance, subjected him to many research experiments. After some years, he escaped and lived the rest of his life peacefully.
That's pretty fucking funny.
He punished those he deemed deserving, heedless of consequences. Hugo was a classic trickster. If you don't get who Hugo is, well then sorry, there's like 5 people that will. Oh my god, Orpal, you named her Tenli Mei. Oh man, that's a deep cut. That's a deep one. Seductive, the rose.
That's pretty good. I don't even think the other people who would get that.
Yeah. You're just gonna have to remember that was real timely.
Yeah. That's sort of basically an inside joke between just the two of us, and yeah, awesome.
They're just both D&D. Oh,
yeah.
There was Sun Cult 2, which is I believe this is your one, with the alt color. This was the victor, who was the Gackler.
Oh yeah. Yep.
The Queen's throne. Then the Gackler sought knowledge to understand the way of the world and the gods.
Oh, I think we're getting to the part of the episode where you start cutting out, and I can't hear half.
Well, I haven't said anything.
Oh, okay.
Although a great leader, he suffered no insults and eventually grew so arrogant and selfish that the Queen of Heaven herself took him up to heaven only to sit on him, turning him into her throne for all time. I think the Gackler would be okay with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We've got John Timerico was sword. John Timerico was sword, of course.
Okay.
Is there anything interesting here? Everyone knows the name of John Timerico, for it is synonymous with fury. See, that's the kind of like ending text that we're talking about. You get like based on like what you do over the course of the run.
And some of them were really good for what we had jokingly done with the characters.
Okay, your ice lady was Marina.
Okay. Very boring, but
Yeah.
it worked.
Cunning and vengeful, the snake. None wish to be called a Marina, for it is a grave insult, meaning one is evil, destructive, and treacherous.
Sure. This was sort of SAG fan service episode, but like
right, but not
for
SAG,
us,
but just for us
in the game.
individually. Yeah.
Just in the game. We got to play a chill game while making dumb jokes about previous SAG things.
Yeah.
And having the game write funny things about SAG things that turned out pretty good, actually, for the most part.
Yeah, we got, of course, the great stag, woke mogue, proud and wise. Oh, okay, there's a third sun cultist, which is, I believe this is you. I think I might have been the Gecko. I think I tried to run it twice, maybe?
Yeah.
Because this was maybe the worst name here. We got Dan Smoke.
Yeah.
Because he kind of does have the Dan Smith. On.
We tried the sun cultist character really hard.
Yeah. It was like kind of cool.
My strongest run ever of this game was definitely as the sun cultist. I could just like blink and the entire screen would die.
Yeah, but there's a large possibility for self-harm.
There is.
And other stuff. Okay, I believe that's basically all our guys. And we got a nice little refresh on that. You know, just fill the audience in and refresh our memory, because man.
It's a while ago.
Yeah.
But it's sort of just chill. Sort of just chill and fun, and was a fun thing for us to do.
Yeah, it's a chill time.
We're gonna spend about half the amount of time we spent playing this game, like recording the episode about it.
Less.
We also spent.
We spent like this game took us 5.5 hours. We spent a good amount of time with it. If this episode reaches 2.25 hours, we're done. We're cooked.
Yeah, that's too much. Far from our longest, but we sort of, I don't know if it actually made it into the video, but we sort of agreed last time that we should try to keep them tighter, and that would probably be better. Unless we're like on a roll.
Unless we're on a roll, but we will not, I don't know if we're ever going to be on a roll ever again. Nothing ever happens.
We had the Gockler.
We did have the Gockler.
So our 100-line segment, do we just want to do 100-line the Gockler segment, the Gockler special?
The Gockler special. What do you have in mind for the Gockler special?
I have no idea. I was hoping you would bounce off me from there.
Streeter saying he was very funny. The Gaku actor was very funny in this stage play.
Oh.
And that they also were pushing both Yugamu Gaku and Gaku Kurara very hard. Especially the latter in their reset performance, which is disappointing. Boo, boo, mid, slop, icky. But I decided I need to watch it, because you can, I believe you can still, yeah, until, okay, I got like 2 days to check out some of the performances.
Well, I'm glad we recorded this to remind you of that or something.
No, I knew it. I was gonna do it. Well, maybe they're kind of expensive. Streaming. I'm sure somebody has uploaded them somewhere. If I can find them, I'll find them. But if not, who knows? Because they are like.
Are they supposed to be any good?
People seem to enjoy them, genuinely, which is nice. Now people are somewhat at least a little disappointed. At least, well, there's actually a lot of controversy about it. Because there was the initially they were gonna be SF, more SF slop. That sounded interesting, but then those had to be changed out at the sort of last minute for more second scenario variants ? Something like that.
So how much content is it?
Well, not that much. At least based on what I've only heard about the the one everybody cared about, which is of course Goodbye Ato, Boy Meets Boy. Great name for the route, by the way. I cannot commend it enough. But it's basically just a bit at the end where what happens is exactly what everybody thought would happen. Whereas it is going to get the detonator, Takumi shows up and it's like, we got this. They don't got this. Takumi like loses an eye and then they both die with the detonator together. It's not anything super like drastic. At least that's how I've heard it described. But there's some fun stuff like in the first scenario stuff. There's a bit.
I'm just curious, like how much time? How long is?
They're about 2 hours.
So it's like a total of 2 hours, or?
Well, it's two. The first scenario is 2 hours, and then each of the routes are each 2 hours for their own performances.
Oh, so that's actually a lot then.
So I guess 4 hours in a way, but like it doesn't quite work like that.
Well, if each of the routes are each of the routes are collectively 2 hours?
As in like a second scenario show will be 2 hours, a Goodbye Ato show will be 2 hours, Reset 2 hours, SF would be 2 hours if it existed, etc.
Okay, well that's still a lot.
Sure.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, all the costuming looks good. All the actors seem to be having a good time. There's some fun ad-lib moments throughout the shows I've heard. Apparently during the Trim Tommy segment in first scenario, the cast starts doing like an idol dance, but they all suck at dancing. So I've heard tell of that.
That's pretty good. Do you think they get their personalities tested?
Yeah, I mean, not in like the Myers-Briggs sense.
Well, I don't think Moonhunters did that either.
Well, it is Myers-Briggs is a personality test, and Moonhunters is a personality test. If you mean like that, that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the way that being in a scenario like 100 Line would surely test the limits of what you're gonna put up with till you fucking lose your mind. My ass would not survive day 20, bro. I'd be eaten. Emu and Kaka would fry my ass up. It's a pretty good game. I'm glad we agree.
Man, 100 Line.
DLC coming someday.
Spoiler alert, Moonhunters was not better than 100 Line.
Moonhunters will not be taking the position of the king.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's possible a game in the future. Not any game that I'm thinking of specific, but just I think it is possible for it to happen, but very unlikely.
I think the most likely thing for it to do thrown it would be like the 100 Line DLC.
Sure, if that ever happens.
If that ever happens. They keep delaying 2x2.
They do. And it's like, oh, brother.
Which is so funny.
And now Kodak is like, play Raincode. And I'm like, I hope to God he's just trying to market his bad video game. I mean, well, luckily I've already played Raincode, so I already have the deep lore in my brain.
Yeah.
But for you, if we see fucking Yuma Coco Head bust into the fucking, what's it called, the New World program,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, it's me, Yuma Coco Head. I'm gonna fucking rip my nuts off.
Yeah.
Live.
I'll hold you to it.
On whatever episode comes after the release of 2x2, if that happens. Now, I will not be ripping my nuts off if Yuma Coco Head appears in the real world. They exit the simulation and boom, it's Yuma Coco Head. Only if he appears in the New World program. If in chapter 6 of Danganronpa 2x2, Goodbye Despair Slayhem, instead of Makoto, Kyoko, and Byakuya coming in, there's fucking Yuma, Halara, and Dasuhiko.
That's not what you said.
Well, either of them, any of them. That's what I said in the New World program.
Well, no. It doesn't need to be the set of them. It doesn't need to be in place of them. It's just if any of them show up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I was expanding it actually to any of the cast
Mm-hmm.
of Raincode. Fucking Vivia Twilight, classic guy. It's a bad game. There's a different Chiaki. I can't remember what her name is, but I think her name is her name Chiaki. She's spiritually a Chiaki, but I think her name is also Chiaki. What the
I
fuck
need
is
to
her
keep
name?
playing Shuten order.
That's right.
I played a little bit more and then I stopped again.
The potential of a second bonus episode looms ever higher. You know what you actually have to do, though?
What?
Finish reading Tsukumojuku.
Oh, yeah. That one I'm actually pretty far on. I just haven't, I got 3/4 of the way through the book. Okay, so I read like an eighth of the book in one sitting. And then I read from there to 3/4 of the way through the book in one sitting.
Right.
And then I haven't picked it back up again. It's all been 2 sittings.
You gotta make it a third.
Yeah, I would definitely finish it in just a 3rd sitting. Hell of a book to rush through in that way.
Sure is.
It's I don't know how much we can talk about the specific content.
We can talk about whatever.
Well, not whatever. I don't think YouTube would like if we talked about it in
Buddy, YouTube don't give a fuck, bro.
YouTube gives some of a fuck.
Nah, man. I said a slur in the first 10 seconds of the last episode. They don't give a shit.
Again, not the first 10 seconds. Because we had lots
Close enough.
of... fair, I guess.
I mean, I guess the point kind of stands, but you get the idea. Oh, and what's Tsukumojuku about?
The perfect guy who's definitely not the perfect guy.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what the book's about.
Right. The perfect guy who is definitely not the perfect guy.
Yeah.
Would you describe Tsukumojuku Kato, the character, as a Jesus Christ analog?
Maybe.
Okay.
I can see it. Maybe. I need to know what happens next, though. He's a bit domestic at times for that, you know?
A bit domestic at times. What does that mean?
He at times he just wants to settle down and live his life, and then is forced into his situation. Well, he's retconned into settling down and living his life over and over again, and then is forced into insane situations.
Okay, when you say domestic, I'm like, yeah, there's that, but also that could have just been implying the fucking all of the sex that he had.
No, that's not what I mean. Also, he doesn't have he's retconned into not having as much sex as he had.
I guess.
Due to the nature of the basically, in brief summary of the format of this book is a chapter happens with insane stuff. Just insane stuff. And then the next chapter is him basically reading about it from his domestic life and going, most of that isn't true. And then ends up in a new insane situation.
The first chapter
and then in
is
the next
universally true. There's always the first chapter of his childhood abuse, and then...
No.
Right?
Some of it at the end isn't accurate.
Oh, okay, well, I guess when the guy comes out and declares the apocalypse is on high. Sure.
Well, no, there's more than just that. There's a handful of things that are not accurate. And then the next chapter happens, and he reads about it. I was like, what the fuck?
Usually by throwing up the book.
Yeah, usually by vomiting the book or being shipped the book.
Yeah.
Or having to cut the book out of his stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he reads the previous chapter, and then is like, that's not what happened, and then new crazy thing happened, and then rinse and repeat until the chapters start going out of order. And then World Zen Club.
That's right, World Zen Club, baby.
World Zen Club that Jaden forgot about, and then
I did forget about it.
That's where I stopped reading.
I did forget about the WEC moment.
Yeah.
Until I had to briefly reflect. Because that is so far removed from what I think about when I think about Tsukumojuku
That's fair.
is oh right, by the way, the meteor apocalypse, fucking Danganronpa V3 happens for like a little bit.
Yeah, World Zen Club moment.
What's up? Dream Race.
Dream Race, yeah.
Fantastic book. IMO.
It's been really good so far. I don't think I could ever recommend it to anyone, but
Oh, what are you, a coward?
yeah,
Hey,
too much of a coward to recommend that.
You don't think you could like go up to your partner and be like, "Hey, look, this is this really amazing book. It has like a lot of interesting things in it. Not to say, but it just does have maybe the most amount of child sexual abuse per capita of any printed work. You don't think you could do that?"
Well, no, I did actually have them read the first 2 paragraphs of the book.
Okay. Oh well, what did they think?
They were confused.
Right, it does kind of start by detailing his memories of being born.
And then being kidnapped and attempted murder and stuff on the yeah.
Yeah, in a just a real comedy of errors that is honestly pretty funny. You've gotten to the part, I believe it's in like chapter 3 where he is like going to the police station for some reason, and he's like, knocking a bunch of people out, and there's an officer on the camera like, what the hell is he, what poison is he using, what is he doing? He's like, the Sukumaju's like, no, this ain't poison, it's just my natural beauty. As everyone is falling apart around him.
Yeah, where he slowly strips as he walks through the police office. Yeah.
Everybody is losing their minds in the immaculate beauty of like this nude, like chapter 3 he'd be like what, 14?
No, I think by that point he's almost 18, I think.
No, it's every chapter he gets 1 year older.
Really?
He's like what, in chapter 1 he's like 12 and then it like goes up by 1.
Really?
He's never an adult, to be clear. He is being taken advantage of a lot by a lot of adult women.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that's Tsukumojuku. But it is a fascinating book that I can't recommend.
His other books are a lot more recommendable. In my experience, at least what are the other ones that I've read, and I'm working on Quack, almost draft finished.
Wow.
Yeah. And you see the connections to Kodaka Slap. You see why I've been like, oh, and we gotta do this. The third Tsukumo sibling is real. You played anything good recently? I know you haven't, but I'll ask. Courtesy.
Not good. Well, sort of good.
Okay.
It's been in a while.
But that's not the answer I was expecting, but pray tell.
Well, you know what I'm about to say.
I do?
And you're not gonna be happy with it.
I won't?
What's the game I've been playing a lot of, Jaden?
I don't know.
Really? I've been playing a fuckload of Overwatch.
Oh, brother!
The newest character I fuck with heavy. She's only been out for like a week. Less than that. She came out Tuesday. But she's about as close to Armored Core as we'll ever get in Overwatch. We got a second Korean gamer mech girl.
I saw that. I saw that I don't remember where I saw that. I saw they added Diva 2.
So, Diva 2, but she's Reinhardt. And she's got rocket boosters that give her like omnidirectional like gun like mecha control. And rather than being built around cooldowns, like, almost every tank in Overwatch is, other than maybe Sigma, her whole thing is just, she's got a billion options at any moment in time, I mean, even Diva, she does too, but her things are about layering her abilities for maximum effect and maximum, like, actions per minute. Whereas Demon is just about,
Sorry, her name is Demon?
yeah, D.MON in the same way that Diva's D.DVA.
Are they in, like, a situationship or something?
No, they're part of the Busan Defense Squad.
Sure.
Granted, the other members don't have that such a name. The others are King, Casino, and Overlord.
An Overlord?
Yeah, Overlord is just like a kid.
Sure.
Anyway, and Wrecking Ball, the hamster, became more relevant for the first time ever, and he got 5v1 by the Busan Mecha Squad, and then punched into the river.
Well, why
and
were
then
they fighting?
Well, he joined the Junkers, and Talon convinced new Talon. They killed.
New Talon. Whatever
Doomfist.
happened to old Talon? Nothing ever happened though. There's no story.
Well, no. That's sort of the point. Is that yeah, old Talon was working slowly and quietly, and then this Italian fascist lady, you know that guy who died in the PVE at the
no,
opening
I don't
cinematic
know.
of the PVE game mode that we actually liked?
There was no PvE game mode. What are you talking about? They canceled it.
Before that, Retribution, where we were it was Cassidy, or at the time McCree, Genji, Moira, and Reaper, and they were going fighting guys in Italy. We did this a ton. This is like sort of the main thing we did.
Right, the bad MVM.
Yeah. Anyway, in the cutscene at the beginning of that, Reaper killed a Italian guy who was the head of Talon after he said, "Yeah, I'll just be back out of prison in a week."
Sure.
So Reaper just killed him. Anyway, blah 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 blah. His daughter is Italian fascist. We have no reason to believe that he is fascist. She's definitely just a fascist.
Right. She's like
Italian
she's like
fascist
Mussolini's granddaughter.
sword lady. Yeah. So she's like, "You guys have been ruining my father's empire. You're not doing anything. Your patience is fucking stupid. I'm gonna come in here and just like in my opening cinematic, cut off Doomfist's arm and throw him out a window."
So what about Doomfist? Does he have what about his Fist of Doom?
His arm's gone.
What do you mean his arm's gone? That's his thing, is that he has a big arm.
Yeah, she cut it off him. Everyone thought he was dead, except no one obviously thought.
Well,
he
no,
was
I mean talking about gameplay. What do you mean? You can't just.
Oh, they didn't change him. He's still just. Oh, he is a tank, by the way. I don't know if you knew this. He became a tank.
What?
When Overwatch 2 happened, they made him into a tank.
Okay, but Overwatch 2 unhappened, so is he back?
No. He's still a tank. They are looking. Pretty much everyone's convinced that they are going to go back to 6v6 as the main game mode, though.
Was it not? Wait, hold on. I didn't.
When it became Overwatch 2, it became one tank, 2 DPS, 2 supports.
Sure. Bring back goats, bro. Just bring back goats.
Yeah, bring back goats. Yeah. Well, when they brought back 6v6, they ruined our open queue. Open queue was goats mode. But all the tanks were weaker. But then when 6v6, they made the open queue 6v6, they limited it to 2 tanks, so no goats. It was so sad.
Sure,
they also got rid of
remember what
2
goats
CP.
was. I just remember the name, and people didn't
Reinhardt,
like it.
Zarya, Diva, 3 tanks, and then 3 supports of Brig, Lucio, and then some other chump, whether it be Ana, Moira, or the most powerful one at the pro level, Zenyatta.
My goat.
Zen is a character out of time. Holy shit, that is a character that does not function in the modern game. Wow.
Dang. Are any of my goats still good? Is Zarya still good? Is Zen still good? Is Reaper still good?
Zarya and Reaper are the best they've ever been. In Overwatch 2. Zarya has been a dominating force, and Reaper really likes the new bullshit character that everyone hates, Kiriko. Pretty early on Overwatch 2, they introduced someone who basically just confirmed that magic is real, even though they keep saying magic isn't real. this Japanese girl who complicates the timeline because apparently she trained with Genji and Hanzo when they were kids, except she's like half their age. Blah blah blah. She can just teleport. And she throws a thing that does an AoE debuff cleanse and makes you immune to damage for half a second and heals, and it does all these things. And then her ultimate is why Reaper loves her. She does a thing that decreases cooldowns drastically in an area, which she doesn't give a fuck about, but it increases fire rate and reload speed dramatically. So he just sort of walks up and just blows people up in it. He also really likes when he gets caught out, being able to teleport at him and cleanse his things. So Reaper's been really good. There's also a character that everyone hates called Mauga, who's
no idea.
He's just Maui, or he's just Maui. Except he's got two massive guns. Remember you probably don't, but from that Italian game mode, there was one like boss in it that was a big Talon guy with two
I don't
massive
remember it
chain
existed
guns.
until like 10 minutes into you describing it. I don't know, no idea.
Anyway, so he's that, and he's really sort of. People think he's brain dead. He's not really brain dead. His abilities and attacking is brain dead, but he's all about positioning and rotating, which is very not brain dead. But anyway, I think part of why he's got a bad rep is he was really strong on release, and then there have been many times when the pros just mostly play him, and it's the whole thing. Popular things while you've been gone, Bastion is no longer stationary.
I've been gone for 7 years.
I know. Upon Overwatch 2, Bastion's no longer stationary.
What the heck?
He moves slow now. They changed his ult. They changed a lot of things about him. They gave him a grenade and stuff. But anyway, he's the whole thing. They released a cat a few months ago, 4 months ago. Jetpack cat.
Right, around the time we were playing Moon Hunters.
Yeah, around the time we were playing Moon Hunters. And Bastion while in turret mode is still really slow. But Cat can just pick people up and carry them around through the sky at high speeds.
Oh no.
Cat has infinite flight and really high mobility. So the pro meta became pick up Bastion and have a high speed aerial Bastion. So yeah, things have been happening in the world of Overwatch. Anyway, this new character is really sick. She really scratches itches in my brain in gameplay style. Sigma's become sort of my guy. Just the other day, they added a new rank. Emerald is in between Platinum and Diamond. So.
But Emerald came out before Platinum and Diamond. That's Gen 3.
Yep.
Diamond and Platinum is Gen 4.
Platinum's the better game, though.
That's right. Platinum is the best in the series.
It's the best in the series, and
it's like Platinum.
It's not even close.
Black 2, White 2, Emerald. They're all really good.
Yeah.
Gen 7's pretty good. I'll go to bat for it.
Okay.
And then after that, it's kind of a who gives a fuck. Legends Arceus is pretty good, but
I've enjoyed Champions, but that doesn't really count as a like actual Pokemon game.
Yeah, fucking. I'm not gonna say it.
No, Champions is good. I created a really sick team that I never lost with, and I got to Master Ball rank with, and then I was like, yeah, fuck that shit. I'm not playing again because I don't want to ruin this team's perfect win rate.
Right, that's the dream.
I went on like an 9 game win streak with this epic team of like all my favorite guys and a really unique strategy, not using most of the like super meta Pokemon.
So who are your favorite guys? We got Klefki.
Unfortunately, Klefki didn't make the team because we had. Okay, no. Okay, here's why Klefki didn't make the team. My favorite Mega Evolution, which they're back, by the way. My favorite Mega Evolution is definitely Mawile.
Right, yeah, Mawile's pretty good.
I can't run 2 Fairy Steel Pokemon.
You could.
Okay, but I also have another Pokemon that fit better. That is like my second favorite Pokemon. That's basically does the same things as Klefki in Alolan Ninetales, and that's also a Fairy type, but it's Fairy Ice instead of Fairy Steel, so it's got that ice coverage. And they're both screen setters. I couldn't have both of them. There's no world where I could have both of them. right? So I got those two, but generally Mawile is like a trick room guy, trick room sweeper. That's not the deal with this team. This team, we're just going to go last all the time. We've got trick room on a guy. We're not gonna use it most of the time though. We concede we're gonna go last most of the time, and that's okay. We did have to make one scummy Pokemon that's really strong, and I hate it, but like it fits on the team really well, and that's Sneasler, Fox Sneasler.
Oh, ew.
Disgusting ass Pokemon.
Yeah, shouldn't exist.
But shouldn't exist, yeah. But it's the perfect perfect partner for my pretty much universal opener, Melodic. Now, Melodic is a Pokemon that can always go last and be perfectly happy. Melodic is really strong as a Pokemon, and it's really hard. My set is really hard to play into. I increase my own accuracy, I lower my opponent's accuracy, I heal, I do damage, I poison. I just sort of sit there the whole game. But the important thing, though, is that there's a lot of Intimidate users right now, just like all the item that makes you immune to Intimidate is not in the game. Therefore, there are a million Intimidate users. Not Charizard. Charizard is everywhere, but we'll get to how I beat Charizard in a minute. But there's like Incineroar with Intimidate constantly. You're running Arcanine, both Arcanine forms of Arcanine with Intimidate. Mega Staraptor, it's got Contrary, which is really nasty, but I got a good way of dealing with it. But it runs Intimidate. Mawile, before it Mega Evolves, it has Intimidate. Intimidate everywhere. So I have so Melodic has a thing that whenever any of its stats are lowered, its special attack goes up by 2, which is really good. And then in combination, you run the Sneasler with White Herb and Unburden. So whenever your stats are lowered, they get unlowered, and then you no longer have an item, so Unburden triggers and increases your speed. If they bleed an Intimidate user into Melodic Sneasler, the game is over on the spot. They generally concede. And when they don't, I show them why it didn't. They probably should have just conceded. Because I'll open up, their Intimidate has done nothing. I've got a +2 speed Sneasler and a +2 special attack Melodic. And then I can bring in, when Sneasler does its job and dies, I can bring in either, I can bring in Mega Mawile if whatever they've got is weak to Mega Mawile, I need the Intimidate. Or I can set up screens and Blizzard spam with Alolan Ninetales, or when they inevitably have Mega Charizard because everyone's got Mega fucking Charizard, it's really still disgusting even after they've added more Mons. The rock poison Pokemon Glimmora, the needle Pokemon or whatever the hell. I really like Glimmora.
Yeah,
I really like
cool.
Glimmora.
Cool
It's pretty fucking sick. And I run not amazingly typical Glimmora set, and but Glimmora bodies Charizard because rock moment.
Can I ask a more fundamental question about champions? Because I've never touched champions. What's like the format like? Because when I think of like competitive Pokemon, like you look at Worlds, look at Nationals and stuff like that, and like NAIC, it's I think doubles. Yeah, it's 4v4. Well, 4 total on a team, right? 2v2 because it's doubles. But you have a roster of 6 and you choose 4 for your sets.
Yes. That is the primary format.
Okay.
They are still trying to push singles.
Nobody pushes singles.
And
Nobody
I'm like,
singles.
Singles, but you pick 3 Pokemon? And I'm like,
how
this
singles
is,
works,
no,
yeah.
fuck no.
They should bring
Not
back triple
that.
battles, though. That is what I've been saying. And rotation battles from Gen 5.
Rotation battles are not good.
Rotation battles are actually pretty sick.
They're funny, but they could never be a competitive format.
That's what they all say. Buddy, there's competitive ARMS. There's the room for competitive anything. Well, there was competitive ARMS. Rip ARMS. Oh, you remember ARMS? Do you know what ARMS was?
Yeah.
It's a classic Nintendo Switch launch title. Was it a launch title?
I played the ARMS character in Smash.
You did. I guess you did play. Sure, I'll believe you played Min Min. Why not?
I mean, I am sort of like, in reality, VSS Palu and of course Rob were my
Yeah.
Smash.
I
guys.
know all that.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, no, I did like her. I played her a bit. I also played Joker for a little while, and I played Sephiroth for a little while. But I'm terrible at fighting games. Fun fact about me. I can't use controllers for the life of me.
If you would call a Smash a fighting game, which you probably should. Speaking of fighting games, though, what I've been getting into.
You haven't gotten into Marvel Tokon, have you?
Absolutely not, under no circumstances. I was pivoting to Guilty Gear. I could talk about Tokon, and if we want to talk about modern state of fighting games, talk about Tokon and Avatar's both disastrous launches, frankly.
Really? I've heard a lot of positive things about Tokon.
No. So, well, do you want to get into that? Well, we can get into that. These are all external, but so Sony has massively fucked over Tokon in the sense of like the PC port is actually just bad. Like Arc Sys generally hasn't always had stellar PC ports at launch, but it is specifically from like Sony. Like you need to have a PlayStation account for some fucking insane reason, and like extra layers of DRM, and it just does not run well. Like they got Northern playing it, and well, he played it. It was not sponsored. He played it of his own volition for like 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of a nightmare. Other than that, Tokon seems to be mechanically fine. Although I have qualms about it in the sense that like, dang, I wish it was Marvel vs. Capcom. I guess technically 5 because of Infinite, but like, who really cares? We didn't get a numbered 4, so it's gonna be MVC 4. But that'd be Capcom Narxis, and on top of that, a lot of people, it's just a lot. A lot of what people say about modern Arxis games like Guilty Gear Strive, I don't know, I don't touch it. I'm not deep enough in that conversation to be weird and elitist about it. But just a lot of simplification and stuff. And when it's like basically trying to be the spiritual successor to MVC, especially like MVC 2 or even 3 Ultimate, right? Games that are, I don't know if I want to call them complex. I literally don't know, but at least pretty well respected, and like have that built-in. Like there's a large built-in audience of fighting fans that would be down to play this, but instead it's just not offering what people like, the tech that in depth that people want. At least that's what I have seen. In contrast to Avatar, the fighting game, whatever it's called, which is disastrous in other ways, such as I think it was barely finished on launch. And of course the Mike Z problem. If you don't know, which I have no idea if you would. Mike Z is a guy that's been in the scene, a real pest. He got kicked out of his own studio. He was a lead on Skullgirls, which is my first fighting game, really, in a sense. I mean, I never touched it beyond a couple hours on a keyboard, my old laptop that could barely run it, but I still do actually have it, but I haven't touched it. But I like his aesthetic. But yeah, he's just a pest. And then he was working on Avatar for some reason. Well, I think still is. And there was a lot of like weird rumors about people just being like the studio unwilling to deny or confirm if this well-known sex pest is working on their video game. And then it turns out he was just in the Discord with the developer tag for months. So that was a huge stir. Yeah, basically not a... And it also has weird... Like, its lobby system is very, very weird, as I understand it. In netcode is not great. I don't know, it's weird stuff. But it does, for some reason, have the kind of tech that you would expect. It's just a weird, like, audience mismatch between the two, right? You'd think Avatar, the children's show, would be the one to be more accessible and less tech compared to the spiritual successor to MVC, one is in fact inverted. Or as is my understanding as an outsider, not that any FGC hounds will be coming after this fucking show, but if they do, don't blame me. But my journey with Guilty Gear, which is not a very long journey, kind of. I was bored. The internet went out because it's been storming a lot, like a month ago, and I got about 2 hours of sleep. So what do I have to do? Well, no. Was the internet out? What the fuck? Hold on. Something was happening. Or I was at least not at my computer. Or for some reason I can not really use my computer, but I did have to have internet access in some way. Thinking about it, to be honest. Anyways, I got my PlayStation Vita, my good old beloved PlayStation Vita. Oh, do you have any thoughts about the PlayStation Vita?
No, none thoughts
Ah,
about this PlayStation Vita.
great thing. I love it, even though it's pretty bad, and I never really used it that much. But I do have a bizarre fondness for it. Anyways, homebrew, downloading, just browsing through, free shop basically. Oh, look at that. There's a Guilty Gear game came out on the Vita, or actually I think I downloaded the PSP version. Cool, why not? I can occupy a couple hours of sleep-deprived nonsense. Choose download it, sure. It's Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus. I believe is it might just be Accent Core. I don't remember it. There are 8 billion variants of X2. I'll play it, pick a guy. I'm like, sure, I'll pick this lady, Amelia Rage. She seemed cool from her artwork, and I didn't know her from like a lot of other characters, so I'd seen through osmosis via Strive. I actually had seen this Amelia. She got a massive redesign, and I think it's very much worse. Anyways, she seems pretty fun. This thing's pretty fun. She's very like agile character. She attacks with her legs, her long, slender legs, and her hair like Bayonetta. Cool. All right, she's my character. And then I found out, the game's somewhat later version of the game is on Steam, and it's $2 on sale. I picked it up on Steam. I've played it a bit, not very much, and not in a while, but it's something I'd off time. And then what I actually did was, gotta get into the deep lore, of course. So I burned Guilty Gear, the first one, onto a disc and play it on my PlayStation, as any man does. Guilty Gear: The Missing Link is a bizarre fighting game. It plays, like a not as eloquent version of the full title of what I play. Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R. I believe actually the supposed pronunciation is supposed to be Guilty Gear XX, but I will not be saying that. You can just instant kill pretty much immediately. Every character has an instant kill attack. This is just true of the series, but it's so easy to do because to do it in plus R, you need to build up meter, and then go into your instant kill phase where your opponent knows they're gonna try and do it, and then you need to do a little combo, not a little combo, but motion inputs, and you can get out of it. And basically, it's an actually terrible idea in any multiplayer. If you're playing against an actual person, don't do it. It's a bad idea. But in Missing Link, all you need to do is just hit them by pressing punch and kick. That's it. And then do a quarter circle attack after that. It's it's not instant, but it's significantly harder to react out of. And you don't need any resource, you can do it basically instantly. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, I think it's a fun game. It's a very good looking game, and a very nice sounding game.
My brother's been playing an interesting fighting game.
What has your brother been doing?
My brother has been playing fucking.
He seems. I feel like he would be playing Tokon right now. He's not. He's actually playing Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind right now.
And he's been playing JGBA Heritage for the Future.
Oh, that's fascinating.
He's gone through the entire campaign as Ebony Devil.
Yeah, you can do that in Heritage for the Future. Dude, that's actually pretty sick. Heritage for the Future rocks.
Yeah. Apparently there's something what was it?
Is your brother teaching you about MAME?
No, there's something fucking a black Kakuin or something?
Yes. There's fucking Dark Kakuin. Oh my god, what is he called? But yeah. I have a lot of great memories of playing Heritage for the Future on keyboard on school laptops. On browser sites that let you emulate it. That were not blocked by our school's internet. That's what I did a lot of. So Chris, yeah, and I was playing Guilty Gear OG for the deep lore. I'm like, well, all right, time to continue through the series. Guilty Gear X, or the sequel to Guilty Gear, is Guilty Gear X, pronounced Guilty Gear Zex. That's how you say X, don't you know? Which has like an actual story mode, but the story mode was only released in Japanese, so I did not. I did one playthrough of arcade and story mode as Millie, of course. Just even in Japanese, I mean, it had an English release, but not the story mode. Anyways, played that, and then I on YouTube watch all the stupid various endings with all the characters. Why not? You know, it doesn't take that long. Go on to the sequel, Guilty Gear, as released in the U.S. X2: The Midnight Carnival. As released in Japan, and as in all later releases for iterative versions, because that's how fighting games worked. In Japanese, Guilty Gear XX. What I did instead, I'm like, well, the story mode is just in English, so I'm like, all right, let's spend fucking like 20 hours going through all 60 endings of this fucking game. This fucking fighting game in single player. Pretty fun though. Because that's basically at this point Guilty Gear X through Plus R, what I play, which is, X came out in, I don't know, 2002 or something. Plus R came out like 2012. Basically the same game, just iterative on it, moreover, especially X2. XX had 3 revisions, XX, Reload, and Slash, I believe. And then I got semi-sequel, which is just more iteration, but story mode got updated, and a lot of bigger balance changes, which was Accent Core, and then Plus R. That's where I'm at. And then was Exerd, which is a huge overhaul, but not as big an overhaul as Strive. I haven't gotten to those. I don't know if I will. A lot of people that I follow dislike Strive for reasons that I don't quite comprehend, but I'm like, sure, I'll believe you. I trust your opinions, I guess. But that's where I haven't touched it in a while, but that's something I've been doing. Unlike what I haven't touched in about a week because I've been finished. In our last episode, I was at the start of my Final Fantasy XI summer.
Yeah.
I have now ended my Final Fantasy XI summer. I'm free. What a video game. The people are right. Final Fantasy XI: Chains of Promathia, released in 2004, is an all-timer in the series. I don't know if you ever did back scroll through our conversation of me and Jack or scaling Jesus, Muhammad, and Moses.
Not in depth, but I looked at it.
But I did, and I eventually did just start talking about Final Fantasy XI. I don't remember why, but it was a weird bit. Why did I? Oh, it's because a line that I thought was weird. Where they implied Jesus might exist in the world of Final Fantasy XI. Anyways, talking about Chains of Promathia.
Fascinating.
Well, it's just like a line about like somebody saying, we all have our crosses to bear. I'm like, wait a second. Just funny thing in localization, right? Right. The expansion with the elf girl Yuri. Who could have guessed? It's the best one. Is this shocking? No, of course it's not shocking. But it is simply the best one. And then it gets kind of worse and had sloppy. Because basically, as the longer the game goes on, the more it turns into trying to suck off the player who they imagine is like a 14-year-old boy. But in reality, no 14-year-old boy is playing Final Fantasy XI in the year 2000. Even like when Rhapsodies came out in 2015. That's supposed to be the fan service expansion, and yet Uro has written. Actually, I quite like Uro. Uro's really funny. All right, I'm coming from the future, and I don't like die in the past. I just get sent back. So the solution to the problem is just keep killing myself over and over until eventually I'll win. She's pretty cool. But yeah, I think it ends pretty well. But I kind of miss it. I ended up ranking it quite high amongst the Final Fantasy games, so higher than 14. I'll tell you that. Just the longer I've been away from 14, the more recently I've been with 11. Just shame that it is easily the most slept on Final Fantasy. Even Final Fantasy 2, at least people talk about Final Fantasy 2, even if they talk about it in the way that people talk about fucking Dragon Age 2, hypothetically, or Castlevania 64 or something like that, right? It's weird, right? Every day for 3 months, I'd wake up, get ready, and then log on to 11 for 2 or 3 hours till I go to time to eat lunch, then work on my translation for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. And that was what my daily schedule was for a long time. Now I'm freed.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
I know, it's fucked up. Somebody should give me a job.
Yeah.
I do have one last thing I've been playing. Similarly, in a daily routine, is Boku no Natsuyasumi. First one. In the year 2000 for the Sony PlayStation. Oh, do you know anything about Boku no Natsuyasumi?
No.
Okay. It is a summer game like.
What?
In which you are Boku, the child, a 9-year-old boy in 1970s rural Japan, on his summer vacation in August, which is the month of August in Japan's public school system. And that's that. You're living with your aunt, uncle, and 2 cousins. That is the video game. Have fun, buddy. It's sick. It's awesome. You just day by day, you can run around, catch bugs, piss off the family dog, talk to your family a little bit, slowly get to know them, hang out with the local ruffians, and fucking do beetle sumo. You can fish. There's a freaky fucking fish that I found. Well, it kind of found me. Today kind of like some weird like ghost wolf kind of thing. I don't know what is up with that. But I was walking down, because like there's a part where like, okay, you go out into the woods a little bit. There's a river and a tree. You're like, okay, we can cut down this tree. Yeah, it takes like 5 days. Because the fucking 9-year-old kid with the axe slowly whipping away at this tree, and finally I cut it down. And today I got to exploring it, and instantly there's like a weird like ghost wolf apparition. It disappeared. I'm like, what the fuck?
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Maybe I'll find out. Maybe I won't. I got 60 more days. Because it's not like Animal Crossing, right? It's not like real time. I'm just playing it day by day. Each day is about 20 minutes. But it's not like a Harvest Moon or a Stardew where it's like in-game time. It's based on screen transitions, right? Because it's of the PlayStation 3D models on pre-rendered, very, very beautiful pre-rendered backgrounds. But it's a great little time by Kaz Ayabe. Unfortunately, it is Japan only, but that ain't nothing to me. But the sequel, Boku no Natsuyasumi 2, one of the sequels, I guess, PS2 does have an English translation. And his more recent efforts, Natsumo 20th Century Boy, on Steam. In English, you can just play it if you want. I think it's a great little time to explore, reflect on what it means to be a kid having a summer vacation. As a guy that is technically on summer vacation, but not really. We're kind of out of those. Well, I guess you're not, but
no, my program is 3 semesters. It's a fall, spring, summer semester.
Oh, okay.
So no, I don't get one of those.
Yeah.
Also, I work during the summer.
Well, sure,
so
but even
like,
then, you're still working out and be on vacation, but not in the way that you're just like. One of my favorite things so far is the way like you start in the day, you go until around sundown, then you're called in for dinner, and then it's night. But and you can't go out like you in the little area around the house, but you can't like leave and go explore at night. Your uncle will come in and yell at you and whatnot, like, hey, stay around, it's dangerous out there. But since you don't pass time by real time, just by screen transitions, you're just kind of left to wander around for a while with like, I think it really captures that like childhood feeling of like boredom at night, but you can't go to sleep yet. It's right, and you're just like stuck to sit and reflect. I don't know. I think it's really, it's really fun and cool, and does some fun things.
Nice.
And it's a nice little thing to play, 20 minutes at a time. Except for those couple days where I wasn't able to play that day. It really does feel like a couple times where I was unable to get it done that day for extenuating circumstances. And it really does feel like a game that's designed to be played one day at a time. Playing even just 2 days in a row really highlights like, all right, you probably shouldn't do that. In my view.
Yeah. That's cool.
That. Anything else going on? Sag? Yeah. I know you ain't been reading shit other than Super Juku, which we talked about.
I read oh, what's it called? Starless Sea.
Starless Sea. I don't know what that would elaborate. Speak on that.
Night Circus by the same person.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
fun fact: Starless Sea, Sunless Sea, pretty similar name. Right. So, fun fact: Fallen London was sort of pretty early on into its existence, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe as part of a tech test for it. Basically, when Night Circus came out, they made a mini Fallen London. Fellbetter made a mini Fallen London for it as part of promotional material for it. So like the author and Failbetter know each other, and so there's a little nod to like, but when the character's looking up what the Sunless or the Starless Sea is, Sunless Sea appears and they're like, there's nothing came up other than like a game called Sunless Sea. So there's a nice little nod to it there. I mean, so that was fun. But it's a really good book, and it's sort of a lot of what I've been playing has very heavily inspired my moderately insane writing for my next campaign setting for D&D, the one lovingly known as Upsal Liches.
Upsal Liches, classic. Which
is literally just one, and you can tell how one of my sponsors, or one of my one of my inspirations from this, only one Isla is actually like that. Of course, death has been sort of fucked up for all of them, but like the artist story is not going to explore that, at least not in detail. We might look at one other. There's like some connection between them, but we're at it's pretty isolated. But I am exploring the campaign setting in a much wider lens for my own writing. And that's something I said while I was at the beach. Like one of my last days when I was at the beach, I said to Jaden,
that's me.
Oh, I guess I can't say it yet because it's our next game. I like in my head we had already talked about it, but the frankly terrible world building of our next game really inspired me to realize how much bullshit I can get away if I just like give no fucks.
Exactly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Just assert it. I can do all sorts of funny bullshit things that really truly don't matter.
Buddy, you're gonna love Dark Souls 2.
This game is Moon Hunters is a little bit of inspiration for this even before we went back and replayed it. Just in that, so for our audience, sort of the pitch is a bunch of liches, but they're see pointy hats liches of other classes series, blah blah blah. But basically lich for each class. It's Elden Ring. It's Elden Ring, but it's also Sensei. But the cast is dead. They're dead and they're back, and they're sort of operating in somewhat in memory of their own lives, but they're also sort of back. And I'm not explaining any more detail because the players are not really going to know. Even though this is for a while, I don't want to say too much because I think this is
you wouldn't even tell me.
I wouldn't tell you because this is probably the most compelling part of the campaign. But let's just say these sort of epitaphs of memories that sort of boil someone down to something that is not remotely what they stood for, or like, or like has a in-depth like idea of them, like, our guy was the bowl or the throne. He was called out to heaven and sat on.
Like, right, Gaku's dream.
Thank you, Gokler. Sort of this idea of these stories, and telling these stories multiple times in different ways, and sort of this meta threat of the sun guy coming up at the end. That's and don't think that, oh, we're gonna do the same thing over and over again, and then the sun guy comes in the dream space or whatever. That's not at all what's gonna happen. But sort of this concept of this thematic shit of storytelling and how things differ. But there's definitely going to be cases of you guys are going to be fighting liches, like from level 1. This is a level 1 to 20 campaign, but you're going to be leveling up really rapidly. But you're going to have to fight liches.
Unlike what we're currently in.
Unlike what we're currently in, where I'm intentionally keeping you guys from level 3 to like 9 for all eternity.
Buddy, we're only level 5.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Maybe level 10. A couple of players are like, yeah, I get cool stuff at level 10. And I'm like, okay, sure, we can maybe go to level 10 depending on how it goes. But intentionally keeping it really slow. And stuff like that. Like that's gonna be sort of polar opposite in that regard. But sort of, because they're liches, they have probably been killed many times and they come back because of phylacteries and stuff, of course. Your goal isn't necessarily at all times to destroy the liches. That are basically the Elden Ring demigods. No, you just need to, at times you just need to like kill them. Like that's your the golden rays are telling you, leading you to their castle to kill them. You're not just like, eventually maybe you'll go find Destined Death to make sure they stay dead and to make sure you can kill the tree or whatever, blah blah blah, Elden Ring horseshit. But like,
Oh, but then we have to fight the fucking, what's his name? The guy.
You fight Malakath.
Oh, but he was so annoying because we scaled him way too hard.
Malakath was like the worst. Malakath is like, on average, I think the worst for most people.
Sure, but like it was bad. It was bad.
It was bad, but he was one of the two that we suffered through. Him and Placidusax.
And PCR. And America. I'm not America. Melania Trump.
No, but those guys. No, PCR. We did nerf them by the time we got to PCR. We did. To be clear, we were playing at. Okay, so multiplayer is scaling shit, and the multiplayer mod has scaling shit, and we just scaled it so they had like 8 times the health.
It was something way too. It was a mistake.
Yeah, it was notably bad for one part of the game, and that was Farah Missoula was really bad. Farah Missoula was really fucking bad.
And despite the scaling, Radagon still went down in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, Radagon and the Elden Beast were fucking chumps. I did actually have my first ever loss to Horaloo.
Yeah, oh yeah, Horaloo took a minute. Horaloo, comma warrior.
He didn't take a minute. He took us like 4 attempts.
That's more than one.
That's more than one. Yeah, I in my playthrough, I just gone off of. I beat Melania, then I went and died to Moog 47 times.
2 times, buddy. 2 attempts.
Yeah, 47 fucking times. And then I got to Horaloo and was like, and got Flash Godfrey and was like, yeah, no, fuck you, and just carved him up like a slab of meat. Really, there was no respect given. I just eviscerated him. Which was an experience. Really, I've and then I like 4th tried Elden Beast. Slash Radagon. And it was really weird after struggling so much with Moog.
Yeah.
Oh, Elden Ring.
Oh, Elden Ring.
What a game.
Yeah.
I still love that DLC, man.
Pretty good. Shout out to
I love the whole
when
game.
I got trapped there and had to buy the DLC.
That was so funny.
Well, technically, I think I was legally trapped in the loading screen.
Yeah, he teleported to it, and I freaked the fuck out, and he's just like, okay, he without explaining what he's doing, just bought it and returned, and then started walking around because I could see him there, right? And he just started walking around, and I was like, what's going on? Did you fix it? Because you're still here on my screen. And you just didn't say for like a solid like 4 minutes that you had bought it, and I was just freaking out like, what's going on? Did we just ruin this whole playthrough? Because we hadn't done we had just done Moog. We hadn't finished the game yet. I was just freaking the fuck out. Like, did we ruin everything?
No.
And the answer was no. That was really funny. Still not the Mimic tier second boss.
No, nothing will ever. No, I mean, come on, that's the classic. That's not leaving the brain.
It's so good. Guys, we fought Mimic tier as our second boss.
They probably know that, to be honest. If this one episode that our audience listened to is probably that episode. Yeah. I'd hope so, at least. It's the only good one. That's not true, but it's definitely
the Fire Emblem was good.
Yeah, I mean, and last episode was good, I believe. Your Turn to Die was not.
Yeah. What was the previous episode?
Star Trek.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That was good. This thumbnail is a bit less experimental. We're going back to our roots.
That's fine. Less experimental. That's fine. We're going back to our roots with this episode because we did not really talk about the game all that much.
We talked about the game for a good bit, actually.
Yeah. Yes, it was all front loaded, like a half hour.
It was all front loaded, which is good. That's how it should be, I think.
Probably. Oh, and have you ever read Things Fall Apart? Chinua Achebe? Classic Nigerian literature.
I have not.
Dang. I feel like you would have. Slaughter right into your History of the British Empire class. I just finished that yesterday. All the time. The thing about, when you read it's not like a classic and the Greek classic came out in the 50s. But I like a classic novel of it is that good. What do you want me to say? Okonkwo is all-timer, tragic hero figure, kind of. He is a mad misogynist. Which of course is his downfall. But and I'm reading, I'm like, dang, British Empire is so evil it's got you rooting for the guy that nearly shot his wife and murdered his son for no reason. But if it's the British or him, I guess I'll take him. Well, it's not really framed exactly in that terms, right? It's a little more complex, but
yeah,
it's pretty brief. But still does a lot. But really, what I've been reading, and I'm excited to pick it back up again when I get back to the library, is Book of the New Sun. Oh, have you ever heard of the Book of the New Sun by Gene Wolfe?
You're cutting out. What?
Have you ever heard of the Book of the New Sun by Gene Wolfe?
No, I have not.
Dang, classic science fiction fantasy novels, kind of from the early 80s. Novels, kind of, because it is theoretically one book, but it's published in 4 volumes. But the versions that I'm reading have them collected into 2, the first half and the second half. And there's also a 5th one that is, as I understand it, the 5th one, Earth of the New Sun, is both supposed to help elucidate what actually goes on, but also leans way harder into the esoteric nonsense. So that seems fascinating when I get to it, because it is a, is dead Earth, or not dead Earth, dead Sun, far future Earth, following absolute freak of a man, Severian, so rooted into his perspective. It's nuts. I think that's really the fun part. As he is writing from the end of his life on the throne, presumably, that's at least as it seems, writing his autobiography, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And is an intriguing read. And people say, it's dense and like difficult to understand. I'm like, I don't think so. Getting through the first book, it was pretty somewhat follow. I'm sure I missed a lot, but like core concepts, sure. And the second book, and then you get to the second book, and about halfway through, some shit just happens. You get introduced to these like alien parasites that, like, when you cannibalize someone, the parasite, if you have like the parasite, like if you've ingested the parasite in you, then you eat somebody else, you then basically get fucking their memories in essence, and that's just like laid on you, and like you just have to live with that. Okay. And then the end of the second book happens, and it's like, I actually do not know what happened. I'm gonna be really honest, I have no idea what happened.
Okay.
But I'm excited to pick up, because I know however sort of the lictor starts will simply not address it. It simply will not address whatever time travel shenanigans just happened. I have no idea, but it's very fun. It's very interesting, and supremely well written. Like the prose itself is just a joy to read. But that's what I've been doing. And then after that, I don't know what I'll read. Like I said, potentially locked tomb. Might get into that.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
You'll see.
It's really an all-timer.
That's what people say. That's what people say. Well, that's what I've heard you say and some other people.
You've not heard other? You haven't found?
No, I said and some other people, but not many people.
Okay. It's like the Locked Tomb, like, I didn't find the Locked Tomb community on Twitter. They found me.
Okay.
Like, they just showed up on my feed. I never interacted. I barely interacted with it, but then it was just there. Like, and I say that in terms of how I interact with things. I did nothing. Sure. But yeah, holy shit, it's so good.
Dude, I've been banned off Twitter. I haven't even done anything.
You have?
Pretty much. So, I got IP banned, basically. Well, so it's like, I don't know, it's just bots failing, Elon certification just failing. It's like, alright, your account has been suspended for inauthentic behavior, and all I do is like and occasionally retweet now, because it's like, I just don't post there.
Okay.
But, a lot of great fan art and stuff it's got me figured out. All my 100-line slop and other such. Yuri slop, and you get the idea. Like, okay, appeal suspension, whatever. Oh, like a month later, like a month and a half ago, I tried and log in, and it's like, prove you're not a bot. Cloud verification, sure. And then it's like, scan this QR code to prove you're not a bot. It's like, okay. And then it's wanting me to download the app. It's like, download the app. All right, here's how you verify. You either can like scan your hand motions to prove you're a human. Except you actually can't do that, because as soon as you press that option, it'll, for 2 frames, pull up your phone camera and then say failed. Universally across everybody's experience, it's just broken. Or, to verify yourself, you can scan biometrics, which I'm like, well, I'm not doing that. Or scan your face. I'm like, well, I'm not doing that. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm simply locked out of Twitter forever, which is fine. It's a little sad, but like, because there's a lot of stuff I like on there. That's not really anywhere else, but whatever. Who cares? It's a terrible place to be. But it's very funny that I've been forced out. Is this a pod? Is this an episode? Are we wrapping up? Hour 45.
Sure, yeah.
I feel like we've gotten much of what we want to say.
Yeah.
Shout out to like those little weird bug people in Moon Hunters.
The moth guys. The moon moth.
Pretty cool.
You ever read The Moon Moth by
No.
What the fuck is... You should read The Moon Moth by what's his name? It would explain a lot of it would explain maybe a little bit of Echoes from the Depths
by
that
Jack
no
Vance.
Yeah, by Vance. Yeah. It would explain a little bit of the Moon Moth,
No,
or a little bit
it's just a
of
okay, it's just a short story. That's nothing.
it's really short. It would explain probably 0% of some of the stuff that happened in Echoes, from the depths.
I'm sorry. Did you say it would explain 0%?
Yeah, 0%. It would really not help, actually, but it would be funny for you to like read one of my influences. But there's a very real chance it'll be relevant for this campaign again, because the stuff that was it was relevant for both.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the place that was underground, whoa, that you guys didn't go to, and you were told you shouldn't go there because the arc didn't make sense at that point in the campaign. It was always planned to be there, but it just never happened. Yeah, so this will talk about it like a little. Yeah.
I don't know why I had such an aversion to Jack Vance. I don't really like care, to be honest. Like, ew.
I've never read anything else by him, I don't think. But it's a neat little short story.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I've one listening to circle back to Book of the New Sun because I'm like, okay, I gotta tell you about this because doing some looking at this stuff in the Japanese releases, initial release of the books got these beautiful illustrations done by Yoshitaka Amano, right? The classic, Final Fantasy artist with the watercolor stuff, Vampire Hunter D, all-timer. Great. The modern printings have the fucking Death Note guy, and it's just light all the way down. It's fucking it's a travesty. What a shitload of fuck. But
another thing. Do we want to mention the activity of the week that I've
Minor
done
League Baseball?
Minor League Baseball.
We're getting mad into dog. You gotta, whoever is listening, you gotta go to your local minor league games. Just show up.
Yeah.
You'll have no idea what'll happen, man.
Get really into it, and hopefully you get into it in a year where your team is like cracked.
It's top of their league, kind of.
Beating out their division, beating the guy. The first time we did not see them beat them. But
oh my God.
Be in the series, beating the top team of the other division, and and basically the format of the thing is that each of these teams have won the first half, so they've guaranteed a spot in the top 4.
That's right.
And then each of them have to play the winner of the second half, or if they win both halves, which it looks like they're both going to do, they're both well on track to do. They don't have to play anyone, and this is just going to be the finals, and we're basically potentially just watching the finals. And it's fucking...
It's awesome.
Our finals before they happen. It's so good. And our team, while we went to the game that they didn't win, I went to another one with my dad, and we won so hard, and that means we're up 3.
We're up 3? That's huge.
Yeah, it's 3-1 in the series so far. We got tonight's game, and then we're going to tomorrow's, assuming it doesn't get rained out.
Assuming it doesn't fucking storm terribly.
Yeah.
It is that season, kind of. It's always that season.
Not always that season. We go into drought, too.
That's true. That's damn true. Well.
So yeah, go get into minor league baseball. Like, so much.
That's right. Fuck the major leagues. Who gives a shit? Corporate slop, minor league baseball. You're gonna see some guys from your fucking local co-op running around in vegetable costumes, racing around the bases.
Yeah, get really into high A.
Or baseball. Single A, double A, even triple A. Fuck it.
Yeah, the others are good too, but
our team is high A, so.
Our team is high A.
The second worst.
Yeah, but we're the best of the second worst.
Well, we're up there in the second worst.
Okay, technically we don't have the best record. The other guys do, but we're beating the other guys. So.
And that's only like on like the East Coast.
No. That's all it is for high A. It's north and south.
Well, it's North Atlantic and South Atlantic because they're not as high. Does high not exist in the West Coast? I don't know how these divisions work.
They have a complete. If they do, they have a completely different format and don't interact in any way.
Fascinating. I don't know how this shit works, man. Baseball's silly.
Baseball's really stupid, actually.
Mario
really
Super
dumb.
Sluggers for SAG when?
Hmm?
Mario Super Sluggers for SAG when? All-time game in my childhood.
I definitely did not play it.
Well then.
Dude, Wii Sports baseball tournament?
Dude, Wii Sports Baseball sucks ass, bro. It's actually dog shit.
But it's so fun.
It's not. It's easily the worst game on there.
Worse than golf?
Yeah, I'd say so, honestly.
Okay.
Like, golf is second worst, but I mean...
I like baseball. You get to see all the guys you've ever created.
That's true. Seeing them all line up is pretty good, but like... I don't know.
They're all fucking there, and then you get to see, judge how they all do, even though it's, like, your actions.
So, I don't know, it just does not play... I don't know, it does not play well. For me.
It's not there to play great.
Well, everything else plays pretty good, though. Is the thing.
Well, that's fair.
Where would Wii Sports place on the list of unhappy compromises?
It would depend on our experience, how we played it.
Sure. Okay, based on when we played Wii Sports, when we in middle school gym, we go and play Wii Sports Resorts. Where are we playing Wii Sports Resort?
Oh, I don't like Wii Sports Resort as much.
Really? Wow.
It's too okay. My partner doesn't like this either. My partner thinks I'm insane for this. But Wii Sports Resort is too bloated.
But all the minigames are the same. There's just more of them. And they're like better. Well, I guess there's no baseball, but like baseball sucked. And then no boxing, which I think is a shame, but I think sword fighting is simply way better than boxing was.
But there's okay, but like dog frisbee? Like what are we doing here, guys? There's just too much. There's just too much.
Whatever. But we simply didn't have to engage with any of that in middle school gym. You think they still got that Wii? You think that's still running? I'd say yes. Honestly, not a doubt in my mind that shit is not still running there. What are they gonna just switch over to instead? Nintendo Switch Sports? No. No, wouldn't happen.
Yeah. I guess.
What do you mean? You're so deflated.
I don't know. I just think about it, and the Wii Sports Resort is just bloated to me. Just how it's always felt.
You know, Owen, I will never forget. It's unrelated. Oh, maybe it's a little related in a broad sense.
Okay.
The way I'm trying to think of a way to like start this comparison.
Okay.
There's a critique.
Middle school shit?
No. Like, genuinely unrelated. There's a critique
Okay.
of Disco Elysium. That's like, well, it's not a very good mystery. Which is true. It's not a very good mystery story.
That's not its purpose.
But like, who cares, right? Was
this the critique I made?
No, but it does remind it reminds me a lot of when you talk about the boss fights in Killer 7. It's the same genre to me. It's the same genre of critique of like it doesn't matter, man.
Well, but the boss fights take me out of it. The mystery is there for the thematic stuff. The mystery shouldn't. If the mystery takes you out of Disco Elysium, you're not seeing the point.
Sure, but the boss fights
the mystery
are sick.
is not a mechanical roadblock.
Oh, it can be.
Well, you're fucking stupid.
No, if you're too good, because you can like immediately get like the island, the good stuff about the island and the key, but the game will not let you. And stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Those are the same. I was just looking at the list of unhappy compromise, and I'm like, and I that will live on in my head as a very Owen type of critique.
Mm-hmm.
Take that as you will, I guess.
They just took me out of the game, you know?
Sure.
I think the game
Yes.
would have been served by... I don't think Disco Elysium would have been served by a better serial novel mystery, you know? Like... Whereas I do think Killer 7 would have been served by a slightly better boss fight. That's all.
Sure. I guess. I don't know. I think I'd stand to disagree. But
So what all segments do we have left to do?
I think we're good except for the ranking.
Okay.
Is
oh,
Moonhunters better than Clair Obscur Expedition 33?
Well, no, I asked the question. You played this shit.
Well, we both played it.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
We both played it, but it was my recommendation to you. Is it better than Expedition 33?
Yep.
Is it better than the Council?
Yep.
Is it better than not playing Majora's Mask?
I guess.
Is it better than Monkey Island?
That's right.
Is it better... Well, I actually know exactly where it's gonna go. Is it better than...
Do you now?
Hyper Light Drifter?
It is better than Hyper Light Drifter.
Is it better than Transistor?
I think so. I think our multiplayer experience would put it, for me, above Transistor. Do you want to
I'm pretty
argue
sure
this?
I know exactly where it's gonna go. Is it better than Rondo of Blood?
I can't do it, man. I can't.
I knew we had a new number 9.
Yeah, so did I. You can contest this. You can make your arguments.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I think that's a fine place for it to be.
All right.
You will see no resistance from me here. I think that's where it belongs.
Well, we are in agreement then.
I might have actually had it at our new number 10, but
well, that's what I'm saying. I was saying if you want to go to bat for Transistor.
No, I'm not going to go to bat for Transistor here. No, Moonhunters is the Rondo Sunless line. For you, it's the Rondo line. For me, it's the Sunless line.
Great.
But they're basically the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're the midpoint. It's the Rondo Sunless line.
You can't call Rondo mid.
But it is, well, on average, after the bottom, ignoring the bottom 2 games,
Sure. Bottom 3.
these are all these. Okay, yeah, but not playing Majora's Mask. Even Tales is a good game.
Yeah.
Here, like, so, like, you know.
We're at
Honestly, the
entries.
top two are the ones I see really having trouble being dethroned.
Top two or top 3?
Top 3.
Okay. I want to clarify.
The ones labeled 1 and 2 on the
Yes.
list.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And Funker and Killer 7.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to go over, above Moonhunters, we have Rondo of Blood, Sunless Seas, YTDD, Starstruck, Fire Emblem, Genealogy of the Holy War, Elden Ring, Killer 7, Funker 2 Termina, and, of course, The King Eternal Immortal Unbroken, Hunter Line Last Defense Academy.
That's right.
Where the hell is the next game gonna be?
I
can't believe the message right above the compromise.
You could delete it, but I think it's pretty funny that it's right there.
It is. No, yeah, exactly. For that reason, I'm not going to delete it, but it is funny. I really have no idea where the next game is.
When we finished it, I was like, I know exactly where Starstruck and Moonhunters are going. Starstruck actually performed above average, well above my expectations.
It was sick.
It is pretty damn sick. That's right. But I've forgotten where I predicted next game.
I feel like we've got the next game. I really don't know. Actually,
Yeah.
I really don't know where it's gonna go.
I mean, it's up to you largely. Like I can defend it, but I don't know. Does it need defending? Who knows?
It's not in the bottom quarter or the top quarter. I can tell you that.
Sure, it's in the
It's in the middle.
It's in the valley.
I'm just not sure where. It's not beating Starstruck, and it's better than Hyper Light Drifter. That's what I can tell you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. And then after that, I don't know, man.
Yeah. And then the game after that is a real.
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, man, that is one of the worst games to play, just on a mechanical level, that I've played in a long time.
Oh, it's not good. And the systems are so abstruse. It's really something. It's really something.
There are gonna be some good episodes.
The
Followed by an episode of two games that'll be like, yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. So the last two games were sort of uncomplicatedly good. Well, Starstruck, calling it uncomplicated is sort of a disservice, but it was good.
You agreed to be good, right?
It's agreed to be good. Moon Hunters agreed to be good. It's like decent enough, at least. It's nothing super special. It's just.
But it's fun. It was a fun 5 hours.
It was certainly
mess around.
Overall, probably better experience than either of the next two games. The next two games were long. They had their moments of just being truly terrible. Just truly miserable to play. Oh man, the 9/11 saga is real.
The 9/11 saga is so.
And we get to explain the 9/11 saga.
Right.
It may be funny to wait and just do the entire next episode without talking about the 9/11 saga at all, and just make people wait for the following episode to have it explained how in any way, shape, or form it is 9/11
No,
related.
we can't talk about the next game without talking about one of the dumbest things the directors of that game has ever said.
Well, one of the dumbest things I think humans have ever said. It's really bad.
Well, to be
really
fair,
dumb.
does not actually deny ever utter the words 9/11.
He didn't need to. I'm sure all this sounds insane, and when you hear the music for the next game, it's not gonna help you.
Well, it will if you've played the game. You probably know it pretty quickly, to be honest. It's kind of a famous thing about the video game.
Okay, sure. But I feel like only people who've played it.
Sure, which is not really our audience.
Which is not at all our audience.
Now, if we did the games in reverse, what a statement.
Yeah. But it was, okay, it's so funny. Then we go through the next game talking about 9/11, and then just within the back of my head, the next game is what it is. I mean, we said that the next game is. No, I guess we mentioned it, but we never said what it was, that it was the next game. So.
Right.
Yeah, so I guess I won't say. But just we went through there's so much talk of 9/11 in that game, just knowing that the next game was what it was.
Yeah.
Which will also sound insane to people who know of what is 2 games from now but have not played it.
Right, I think if you've played it, you know.
If you've played it, you know, 100%. If you played it, if you've played it, and are listening to this, you know what one of the next 2 games is.
You're giggling and kicking your feet.
Yeah, but if you just know what that game is but have not played it, you're in for a treat. Because it's not publicly talked about that it is the 9/11 game.
Right, everything I heard about the game was just like, oh, it's not very good, in like nebulous ways. Apparently people don't like the 9/11 part. 9/11 part is like the one good part of the game.
Yeah, people don't like the 9/11 part, but not because it's like, not just because it's the 9/11 part. People think it's just really poorly written and dumb. They don't give a fuck that it's the 9/11 part.
That it's simply so funny.
Yeah, that it's simply so good. But for anyone who's played the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's just so funny that it doesn't have a reputation as the 9/11 game.
Honestly, yeah. Maybe it's because it's too Canadian.
Well, it's too Canadian. Oh, for a Canadian studio to write 9/11 into their fantasy game.
Yeah.
Should frame it like it's a good thing.
Oh,
If you're not insane.
Well, the problem is I really don't think the game within like its own writing frames it as like a good thing. The problem is well, we'll get there. We can't.
Yeah, we're still two episodes out. I've been doing the thumbnail this whole time, but there's foliage. There's foliage, and it takes a while.
Well, that's how it is. TFA.
Yeah, you thought I was insane when I agreed to do this, and right now I think I'm insane that I agreed to do this for every episode.
Did I think you were insane for doing the thumbnails? I don't remember.
Yeah, no. When I pitched that I do a thumbnail, I do art for each thumbnail, you called me fucking insane.
I'll believe that. I'll believe that instantly.
And you're doing the mixing and editing.
Yeah, but that takes like 5 seconds.
Because you don't actually do anything.
Yeah. Well, like I have my presets, and so I play presets. And I don't think anything's really changed in our setup. So, I mean...
I don't think there's anything advanced you need to do for this episode.
Nah, it's really who cares. But, like, I think we actually did it, if I may say so myself, pretty good job on the content.
Yeah, this episode went well. And oh boy, are you guys in for a treat for next episode.
It went shockingly smooth.
And the episode after that.
I'm fucking melting. The things I do for this show. Any final words?
Fuck foliage?
Sure.
Foliage?
Yeah, I'm like, it's foliage, man. You're saying foliage. What?
And go insert minor league team name here.
That's right.
Ooh.
Usually I like to do a little like cheeky, tease into like the next game, but like I can't really think of
9/11.
9/11.